Marvel Studios in the MCU is inevitable. It's happening. He's a huge star and a big franchise all within himself. And as people have discovered, it looks like they're already laying down a foundation to the character in the MCU. And going even one step beyond that by establishing his kid? That's right, Wolverine Jr., aka Daken, was referenced by Marvel Studios before they decided to delete it. So I think most of you are very well aware that Wolverine is not the only Wolverine. X-23, a clone, has been Wolverine. There's been multiple clones. He also has children. One of them, I think the most popular one, being Daken. And this is something that many people figured we'll probably never get to that point where we could have references or ever see the character in live action. And there's been some speculation that maybe Marvel Studios could do a legacy type role where Wolverine is more like a Hank Pym, and then you get a child Wolverine or a younger Wolverine, if you will. That's one of his offspring. And Daken has been the one that many people look at and go, well, if they do one, that's probably the one, right? So before Marvel Studios decided to go into that Madripoor website, which featured tons of Easter eggs for characters, mutants, and all that, and delete them all, there was other discoveries that were made, specifically mentions of Daken and his existence. Now, as we've already covered on the channel, and I will make it pop up in one of the little recommended things up there, Wolverine has already sort of been mentioned because they feature his bar in Madripoor. It's literally right there in your face. That's the bar that's owned by Patch, and Patch is Wolverine's name when he's in Madripoor. So it's really not a surprise. Now, why they decided to delete all these references out of nowhere is a mystery. Maybe they didn't want them out there, or maybe they didn't think people would discover them that fast by entering in random phrases and looking through the website in such depth. But hey, it was discovered and they quickly deleted them, so there's got to be something here, right? Now, I don't think it's a major confirmation of like, oh my god, this character is appearing in the next episode or two. But it is that type of thing where the MCU lays down a few Easter eggs here or there, and then at some point, they'll probably pay off. I mean, remember Wakanda? That was literally established in Iron Man 2. Sure, it took half a decade to get there, but hey, it happened, right? So I think it's another one of those things where this is sort of just laying in some sort of a groundwork and foundation for us to eventually get to that point. But it's cool nonetheless that they're starting to drop Easter eggs all over the place, and specifically ones related to the mutants, and of course, Wolverine. I would argue the most famous mutant of all of them, so I guess we'll see what happens. And if you want to know more about what we think of this Easter egg, all the other mutant Easter eggs, and everything in all the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episodes, and the 4th episode which just aired, our audio commentary is already up for community members of that tier, so make sure you check it out if you're a community member, and if not, check out what we have to offer. There is over 110 audio commentaries and more.